Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Artsy Tales. Yay! It's been a few months, I think. At least a month since I submitted an Artsy Tales episode. I have been very preoccupied with a lot of different life changes. I recently just had a con that was in South Portland. It was Main Cosplay Extravaganza. Super fun. And while I was at that con, I took it upon myself to also sign up for KidCon. This one says it's May 21st, but that's not the one I'm doing. There is another KidCon. It's just a one-day con, and it's happening in this October. If you want more information about that, you can just go to kidcon.com in New England. And yeah, so I have a table there that I'm going to be doing, and I'm also going to be doing a panel called What Color Are You? And it's all about visual expression and how we relate our emotions to different colors. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, though, building up to that. That's going to be this upcoming October. I forget what date, but I will probably update you at some point. And I have a lot of fan art that I want to do. I may or may not be posting some time lapses of that. It depends on if I do the fan art while I'm home here where my equipment is. Lately I've been doing a lot of traveling back and forth, and I am not home all the time anymore. So this is the first time that I've been home in a while, and that is why I am filming this video right now. So yeah, I hope everybody is well. I hope you're doing good. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I don't know if you noticed, but I did cut my hair again because I was tired of having it so long. I just couldn't deal. So I was like, it's time to cut it short again. So I did. Today's tale is called Yarn of Emotions. So I hope you will join me. I hope that you will also be creative along with me, as that is encouraged here. Break out your pencils, pens, markers, paints, clay, carving tools, knitting tools, crocheting, felting. That's a new one. I have a friend who's getting into felting, and they're getting very good at it. And I'm kind of jealous, and I kind of want to get into felting as well. But anyway, whatever you use, if you're scrapbooking, whatever you use, get it out. Let's be creative together during this short story time. Cue the intro. Alright, let me open up my handy dandy book of wonders. Here we go. Let me get out my, untie this. Oh, here we go. There we go. Perfect. Fabulous. Fabulous even. Do. You know what? And I'm gonna even get out my glasses. Look at that. I'm ready now. Alright. Okay. Here we go. So, today's story is called Yarn of Emotions. There is an extraordinary race in mythical lore which birth beautiful strings from their hearts. That was probably read strangely for you to even understand what I just said, so I'm going to do it again. There's an extraordinary race in mythical lore which births beautiful strings from their hearts. They produce clothing of eye-popping colors due to this. I don't like the way that sounds. They produce clothing of eye-popping colors due to this ability better. Some bright, others dark. Legend has it that these beings are able to create strings in colors of which the human eye has never seen. These creatures are called wovens. They are part of the fae and fairy family, lesser known to the mythos. Lesser known to the mythos. Hopefully that was understood. Okay. Because wovens produce string as their main trade and financial resource, they become very in tune with their own hearts. They learn to understand and control their emotions at a surprisingly young age, and can produce string of magnificent color upon demand. What is fascinating about this is that the woven's hearts are true and pure. Though they may produce strings of many colors, the colors are genuine. There's a huge space in between genuine. There we go. Sorry, my OCD is acting up. Without one being fake or forced. I will reiterate that one more time. One more flip. Do you ever just want to sit down and have a stern talking to your body and be like, listen, I know you've had a really tough time, and I know we're under a lot of stress, but I really need you to focus and do what you're supposed to do. Like, I really need you, lips and brain, to be correct. Anyway, what was I saying? Back to the story. Though they may produce strings of many colors, the colors are genuine without one being faked or forced. For some woven, this can be a problem. It is important for a woven to easily keep their emotions separate and balanced. If they do not, their string becomes an abysmal black. Black string is one of the cheapest colors of clothing or string woven sell, as it is a color produced easily by those who have not yet mastered their hearts. Agathe was a woven who had grown to full adulthood, with black being the only color she was able to produce. Because of this, she was poor and met with pity among her kin. She often wondered why she failed to produce other colors. Her only hunch was her onyx wings, which were as black as the string she created. Those who knew Agathe would spread rumors that she was born without a heart, which was why she could produce no other color than black. That's not nice. This greatly bothered Agathe. She rarely smiled, and when she passed by other wovens, she would look down rather than make eye contact. If I didn't have a heart, I wouldn't be sad all the time, she whispered to herself. The truth was, Agathe had strong emotions she was unable to control. There was never one emotion in which she felt. When she did feel happiness, it was often mixed with feelings of fear, and when she was sad, she was also angry. She had so many intense emotions that collided with one another. Her string became black. However, unfortunately, this fact wasn't even understood by Agathe herself. One day, Agathe tried with all her might to produce the color blue, which derived from the feeling of pure sadness. She wanted to prove to her peers, who spread such awful rumors about her, that she could feel sadness and did indeed possess a heart. She sat under a large pine tree that was a popular perch for crows and other forest-dwelling birds. She became surrounded by discarded balls of black string as she tried again and again to feel untainted sadness. However, each attempt failed after anger bubbled up within her chest. After the creation of her 100th ball of string, Agathe threw the string high up into a branch, almost hitting an innocent squirrel. Why is this so difficult? She gritted her teeth. Grr. I do wonder. A rustic voice of a crow cawed from above. Agathe lifted her face to see the large black bird looking down at her with piercing red eyes. I wasn't speaking to you. I'm aggressively talking to myself. Agatha pouted with her arms crossed. She averted her eyes away from the crow's gaze. I see. Me too, then, the crow squawked. Agatha sighed. She could feel her face grow warm with both frustration and embarrassment as she began another attempt to make a ball of string. However, to no surprise, the string came out pitch black. What did you do differently? The crow flew down next to her and peered over her shoulder. Agatha slowly inched away from the bird while ignoring the question. She once more attempted to make a blue string, but failed. Have you thought about how you feel? Where'd I lose? I lost my place. Have you thought about how you feel? The crow asked as it followed Agatha while she tried to slide away. It was common knowledge to the dwellers of the forest how wovens produced their colorful string, so it was not surprising for the crow to ask. Agatha began to cry as her face blushed red. Of course I have! She angrily threw the ball of string into the air and almost hit a passing chickadee. The small bird chirped in surprise and zoomed away. If that were true, you would be producing colors, the crow chimed. But it is true. I know how I feel. The string doesn't. Agatha sobbed. How do you feel right now? The crow asked. Its ruby eyes met hers. Ashamed and angry at myself, she sobbed. Why? The crow dug deeper with its questions. Because I am unable to simply be sad. My feelings are all mixed up. They always have been. She sniffled. The crow nodded and said, Why don't you try making multicolored string instead of trying to put your emotions into a box they can't fit in? Agatha's eyes widened, and her tears began to dry upon her cheeks. She had tried to express one emotion at a time instead of being honest with how she truly felt, and how she felt was something she often did not know how to express at all. She lifted her hands and studied them closely. She thought of the pain within her chest and the storm of flurried feelings which had built up within her heart. She could hear the distant echoes of her fellow wovens whispering to one another, pss, 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 of the one without a heart. She could see the look of disappointment on her parents' faces as she continually failed to make beautiful pure colors such as they had done before her. All these memories of tragedy swelled up within her. She began to cry once more, but instead of trying to pick out or name her emotions, Agatha envisioned a new creation. It was not blue, black, or any other color she was familiar with. Instead, she saw something none of her kin had ever seen before. Within her hands formed a ball of shimmering copper, reds, pinks, blues, purples, and yellows. Their shades ranged from dark to light and everything in between. Though she did not create a blue string, Agatha created a color no one had ever witnessed before. The crow smiled silently as Agatha admired her own new creation. She looked over at the crow with a humbled look upon her face, and their eyes met. Thank you, she whispered. The crow dipped its head and flew away. I'll name this color Bleeding Heart, she told herself, and carried her treasure back to the other wovens. She was met with admiration and amazement. Agatha's beautiful string became known all over, and she was named the woven who made new colors. The end. Alright, I realized that this is probably one of the shortest Artsy Tales I have ever read. And it also is a little, I will get better, guys. Bear with me. I hope to be in a more easier situation soon where I feel less stressed and have more energy and can make more videos that are more uplifting. But I'll just be honest with you right now, I am tired, and it's I'm in a I don't know what you call it, transitional phase. I'm a fish swimming upstream. So hang in there. I hope that you still enjoyed today's Artsy Tales. Being in touch with your emotions is something really difficult to do, and that's kind of why I wrote this story, is because I've definitely had a hard time processing my own emotions recently, and sometimes I don't even know how to describe how I'm feeling, but I think learning how to express yourself in different ways and not trying to put yourself in some sort of frame or box can be helpful. So, yeah, alright. Let me know what you think, I guess, in the comments below. If you have a tale that you would like me to share, please email me at salvationbridgeart@gmail.com. That's salvationbridgeart@gmail.com. If I feel I can tell your story, I will illustrate it. The credit will go to you, and I will list you in the description down below. Thank you again for watching and hanging with me. I want you to know that you are loved, you are needed, and you are valued. And I hope you all have a very blessed and happy Sunday. I'll see you later. Bye. I forgot to say, if you like Artsy Tales and you like this video and you like this content, please like and subscribe to my channel to support my work. Thank you. I just flip my hair like this, yeah. Hey, how's it going? I have this cowlick. Let me just take the hat off for a second. That's better. Welcome to Artsy Tales. How's it going? How you doing? Sup? I'm just gonna read like this from now on. You know, you don't need to see the whole face of what's going on here. I can just look at you like this, and yeah. I have a riddle for you. How many crows make up one woman? Press pause, and then, press pause, and then I'm gonna tell you the answer. All right, ready? Ready. Are you ready for the answer? Did you pause it? You think about it? All right. 2. Why? 1 for each eye. Get it? Because it's crow's feet. I know it's a stupid riddle. I know.